Hello everyone, welcome to Boxing Block Center guys, and please if you're new to this channel make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it and select all so anytime I drop in your banger a new exclusive video, you will definitely be notified. Well, it's not every day I do this because sometimes you have to look at someone. And sometimes some words or some statement from people just make you want to really go deep sometimes. And of course, look at their inner abilities, you know. So, Deontay Wilder, of course, has lost to Tyson Fury. By the way, if you're watching right now and you want to be part of this show, just just let me know so I can post the link on the live chat so you can join me if you want. Talk about this. And this is about Deontay Wilder and what the guy stands for. You know, everybody that knows me knows the BBC. They know me as a critics of Deontay Wilder. Critic of Deontay Wilder. A guy who don't like Deontay Wilder. A guy who talks about Deontay Wilder. I have been following Deontay Wilder's career for a very long time. I think it was back in 2000 and let's say 13 that I started following Deontay Wilder, you know. And at that point, Deontay Wilder was very unknown, unknown by the people, unknown by so many people, And Deontay Wilder came from a very dark place, Um, Deontay Wilder used to do 4 jobs, prior to becoming a boxer. His daughter, developed some sort of disability problems. Deontay Wilder had to then go in, of course, into boxing to make sure that his daughter gets what he wants, what she wants. Um, Deontay Wilder has been in boxing for more than, 12 years now, if I'm not mistaken. But I have never really been a huge Deontay Wilder fan like that for the fact that he talked so much smack about Anthony Joshua and what he said about Joshua. You kind of got me angry. And I know that Deontay Wilder, I knew that Deontay Wilder had Nigerian ancestry, but at the same time, I was like, okay, why are you hating on your brother like this? And even though Deontay Wilder is a very, very good guy, his fanboys, the LDBC, who tends to say they are fighting for, for something bigger than boxing, continue to hate on Anthony Joshua. So I was like wondering why is it like what's happening? Why is it like this? Why are these people so close-minded? Why are these people so blind to see the light? So what Deontay Wilder said recently, he talked about death. Death is better than defeat. Um, that's a very strong word. So the only person that I know that has ever said that, where I'm from, is the great warrior Asoro. Asoro single-handedly defended the city of Benin during the expedition, during the war with the Benin Kingdom and, of course, the British Empire at that time. It was a very brutal war. Asoro, let's go to it right here, man. For those of you guys who want to join, let me paste the link here because this is a very sensitive matter. Join, click this link. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can join if you got one now. With that link, you can join me right now and talk about this because he's the reincarnation of Asoro. Now, Asoro was the sword bearer to King of Urame, the over Benin. You know, in 1897, during the invasion by Britain, there was a war that led to the Benin massacre in 1897, 18 to 1898. Asoro, as a loyal subject to the Oba, involved himself in the war, single-handedly taking on the British Army with a few men through guerrilla warfare. Later, he was captured, tried, condemned, and executed. He was a symbol of strength, courage, and patriotism. In honor of his courage and the hope of emancipation he gave to the Benin people before his capture, a monument of his statue was erected right in the center of Benin City at Ring Road, close to the government secretariat. This mask is one artist's depiction of Asoro, who was also a great hunter. You will notice the 9 charms sewn onto his garment. Each of those charms would contain something designed to give him extra powers in battle. It might be a piece of bone, a colonnade, or some other item with specific ability enhancing purpose. To see more views of this mask, click on the picture. I think this is this is not a full story of him though. Asuru was not captured. Yeah, there's stories and other stuff. It was not. There's something happened, which I'm gonna talk about. But Deontay Wilder, when he said death is better than defeat, that is definitely the mindset Asoro had. And the first person to say that was Asoro when he was asked to give up, but they didn't want to give up. He stayed true to his identity, stayed true to himself. I've been reading some things, ever since and learning, of course, about Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Water. And people are talking about giving. I mean, who's saying give? Let me tell you that if he does give his life to Christ, he would not. He would not be. Bro, forget about Christ now. This Christianity was imposed on us. I mean, and Africans take things very serious sometimes, bro. Listen. I live in Europe here for more than 12 years, I guess, more than that. So, I mean, we were given that religion. Islam and other stuff were brought to us by foreign people. I don't know why Africans tend to believe in foreign gods than their own. I'm not saying that what we had was perfect, but at the same time, I think we had something unique. That is why, for me, I don't really believe in any religion. I just believe in humanity and love. You have to spread love because since I've been here in Europe, I've only met few Europeans or Westerners that would say they are devoted Christians. I've only met few. Most of them believe in science. They don't believe in uh, a mystic being or the stuff. I understand that spirituality is very important to some people, but Africans tend to take it too far. Death is better than defeat. That is what the great warrior Asoro said. And Deontay Wilder said it. It is hard to understand Deontay Wilder when you don't really know the true story of the guy. Before I used to lambast, even though he's still gonna get some stick from me though, because he talks back about AJ and other stuff. But at the same time, you have to look at where the guy came from. Deontay Wilder, by birth, is of course an American. Don't really like. He's a descendant of warriors. you know, a descendant of warriors, of resistance warriors who fought, who fought constantly to make sure that they weren't taken to America. I've done my research, and what I found out is that, listen, Deontay, what he is, how he is for some certain reasons that you and I don't understand yet. You know, Asoro, the great warrior of Benin Kingdom, where I'm from, death is better than defeat. That word is as powerful as they come. Listen, and also Tyson Fury. I'm happy for Tyson Fury for the fact that he's been very professional. In as much as Deontay Wilder, he's not a good boxer, but he does have a chance against Tyson Fury in a trilogy, and we all have to understand that. And those guys said, "Let's stop talking. Let's stop talking." And he disrespected Jesus Christ. Let him give. Bro, sorry to like interrupt. Do any of you guys even know who Jesus Christ is? I mean, how it looks, what it looks like, and all the stuff. I see so many. If you go to so many, while I was growing up in Nigeria, you used to see so many pictures depicted as Jesus Christ. I never ever knew that it was an American actor. You know, the guy who played Jesus, where this, who played Jesus in the movie, and the picture being spread all over, is an American guy. So we don't really know how Jesus looked like or anything. Why is that African, heroes are not depicted, are not celebrated? Is it because we are so backward minded, or we are so like we like foreign things a lot? This is why the Great Benin Kingdom was one of the best place to be had in Africa at that time. Until the British came and dissolved it. We are the only people the British people went to war with in Nigeria. You know, because that was for a reason. You know, every time I keep reading this story and reading the history, it makes me think death is better than defeat. That's a strong word. I never thought about that. But when Deontay said it, I had to go back, way back. That is what Asoro said. When he defended single-handedly, him and his men defended, you know, the Benin Wars. Let me show you guys some picture right here of the great Asoro. You know, I feel like talking about it. This is also, although he wasn't a general, he was a sport bearer. He wasn't a general, because he wasn't part of the army, the Benin Kingdom army. General Asoro, a valiant, brave man who died resisting the invading British forces during the expedition of 1897. During the siege of Benin, it was said that General Asoro Ablai defended the spot where the statue now stands. He said no other person dare pass this road unless the Oba, Sobomba. It is this statement which has been corrupted become Sabomba. This statue, which is a salute to patriotism and loyalty, is located on the key square by the beginning of Soba Road, Benin City, the spot where Chief Asoro have died after fighting bravely. Almost single-handedly, Asoro held the invader at bay for 5 days. Asoro was so great, he held invaders. We're talking about British forces right now. For 5 days, he didn't have no gun, and the British forces had guns and everything. But he had them still for 5 days, just with his arrows and other stuff. Death is better than defeat. Deontay Water has just reopened my eyes. Believe me, guys. I think I'm gonna start teaching history sometimes here. Uh, you know, and someone said going to Nigeria to get demonic spirits to help him fight. No cap. Nah, bro, he's not going to get a demonic spirit, bro. He's going there to get blessings, ancestral blessings, bro. Everything is not demonic. I don't know what makes someone's culture demonic. What make you think African religion is demonic? Bro, this mentality is what I don't like, especially from African Christians and Muslims. You know, everything is about this, about that, bro. So you are telling me that the European religion or whatever that they believe in is not why must everything Western be like perfect and African stuff view demonic? That's because we are fools and we don't believe ourselves. It's like that. I mean, by the way, no, I do like some things that the European does, though. At least corruption here is very, very like, although they created corruption, but at the same time, corruption here is very they are dealt with, But it's there's just something that makes me feel like man, I don't know. It's just something I want to listen. It's not everything I have to say here, but let me continue to read. Almost single-handedly, Asoro held the invader at bay for 5 days. So you see why Deontay Water is like saying, I want to go out of my shit. I want to go out of my shield. I want to be knocked out. There's no surrender in me. Yes, I know Deontay Water, is boxing, and we don't want to see Deontay Water get hurt, but Deontay Water's mentality is not that of you and I mentality. Was I happy when he lost? Definitely I was happy. Why was I happy when he lost? Because he talked so much smack about Anthony Joshua. He talked so much smack. Aaron Avaga says, man, I love you and God loves you. Jesus gave his life. Come to him and see if he's very bro. Nobody gave his life for me, bro. I tell you that. Don't even say anything about that. Bro, my ancestors gave me life, not Jesus. So let's keep that real, because Jesus don't even look like me. Jesus don't even look like me. So what are you saying? My ancestors gave me life, not Jesus. My ancestors from the great Benin Kingdom gave me life and made me who I am today. Of course, God Almighty, of course, God Almighty, Osanogo Dua, like we say now in our line, Osanogo Dua, God Almighty, because there's God, there's God for sure. Created me in his own image. Um, but my ancestors gave me life. So let's continue. Good night, bro. Good night. Uh, Single-handedly, Asoro I say single. I'm talking about British people they had guns, ammunitions, everything. Asoro had nothing but arrows and other stuff. But he single-handedly had the invaders at bay for 5 days, defying blazing guns and ploughing maniacally into the enemies, means to deal out death and mutilation among them. Steeped to his back teeth in magic, Asoro would not fall to gun or sabre. You understand? Asoro would not fall to gun, meaning no gun was able to penetrate it. His deadly poisoned arrows and his huge broadsword hid their mask with devastating accuracy all around. When he fought in the midst of any of the enemy groups, he never left until every man in a beat in it beat the dust. And until every man in it beat the dust. Then he moved on. There was only one condition he had to obey to in order to stay alive. It was that he should never look back over his shoulder. You guys heard it. He had to obey only one condition. Only one condition. Anyway, Asoro fought and fought and fought. Then suddenly, a quiver of arrows that hung from his shoulder seemed to have been snatched away. He looked right and left but could not find it. The pressure was on him from all directions. Inadvertently, he looked back on his shoulder and saw Ofoe, which in Benin means the messenger of death. And after days of fight, he was finally brought down in his location where his statue is located today in modern day Benin, which led to the final invasion of the King Square. Rumor has it that both Asoro and its counterpart, Ebehimi, were responsible for the death of more than 5,000 British soldiers. You know, this is Asoro here. This is me, right? Asoro was a warrior, bro. He was a monster. He was a hero. He was a patriotic, great son of the great Benin Kingdom, man. I tell you that. You know, our history is not taught in schools nowadays. You know, and our history is not taught in schools nowadays, especially when you look at Nigeria right now. We are trying to modernize everything in Nigeria. We're trying to modernize. If someone doesn't like, for example, people always say, "Oh, this guy doesn't speak English." You know, they judge people, individuals, to like because of the level of English. If you don't speak good English, they will, if there are people who don't speak English, they will say, "Oh, this guy is not intelligent because he doesn't speak English." African mentality. If you go to England, for example, do you tell them even the English they speak in England is just normal English? Like they don't speak that old Queen's English anymore, that grammatical English that we speak in Nigeria most of the times. Of course, I can speak that as well because in Nigeria, you have to definitely you have to know how to express yourself for people to feel you're intelligent. And Nigerians, we are intelligent. We are intelligent, you know, but we want to overdo it in a way where we want to surpass even the Englishman. There are people in Nigeria. There are people in Nigeria right now that speak better English than the person in the UK. I'm telling you the truth right now. Even an individual from England would say, "Why? What are you talking about?" I'm telling Africans like Nigerians, we overdo things a lot, which is sometimes is good, but at other times it's not nice. Well, even there are people in Nigeria that can't even speak their own language. They can't even express themselves in their own language, bro. And that's why let's say Nigeria should be made like if Nigeria has to be a country that will that will prosper, and I hope it does. We have to do away with tribalism, and we have to go way back to revitalize ourselves. You know, oh, can you tell me how many Nigerians are patriotic right now? All I can say out of 10 Nigerians, only two are patriotic. The others just they follow, like we say follow. But when when things said like that, that's what they go waste. You know what I'm saying? They just run away. They were just like, oh no 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 no, you know. So Deontay Water is the reincarnation of the great warrior Asoro. And yeah, I want to talk about this because this is not taught in history. I mean, taught in schools in Nigeria, except maybe you're from Benin City, or if you're not from Benin Kingdom, so you would probably know about it. because Nigeria, like in the schools in Nigeria, like I don't know, we don't teach our history. There are lots and lots and lots of heroes in Nigeria. Although the Benin Kingdom tends to have the richest history in Nigeria, though. Let's keep it real. Like these days back from 5,000 years, bro. You know, the richest. When we talk about how the Benin Kingdom has been a nation for a for thousands of years. You know, and then you have the Yoruba Kingdom as well. You know, you also have the Sokoto Caliphate. You also have the so many kingdoms in Nigeria that are rich. You know, they have a rich history, man. I tell you that. All needs to be taught because, believe me, it's a shame that I don't even know any Yoruba history. You see, I should know Yoruba history. Like I'm talking about history back in the days. Like I need to know. And I don't even know any Igbo history or Calabar history or Ibibio history or, you know, Hausa history. I don't even know. You know, all I know is okay, colonialism. You know how we were the amalgamation of Nigeria and how Fred Lugard came to Nigeria, gave the name. You know, his I think his wife. You know, gave us Nigeria. You know, you mean we didn't even come together to create a name, Nigeria. Someone just came from Britain and gave us Nigeria. And just look at the river and say, oh, you're not Nigeria. Oh boy, that is body though. So Deontay, the bronze bomber water is the reincarnation of the great warrior Asoro. Death is better than defeat. In as much as I'm not a huge Deontay Water fan, the reason being because of the LDBC fangers. That's the reason why I'm not a huge Deontay Water fan because the LDBC fangers, they, you know, Deontay Water, they made Deontay Water look like an invisible being. Deontay Water is just a good guy, but because of the hype, you know, and the fans and what these fans of his think about him, you know, like how they view him, they made him look invincible. You know, so that's the reason why the Water has the certain way he has. And I understand that people are saying, "Oh, I don't like Deontay Water. He talks too much." You know, Deontay Water is really a good person, bro. Deontay Water, right now, Deontay Water already had plans to go to Nigeria, and he's still gonna go there. He wanted to present the WBC bid to Nigeria because Deontay Water is technically a Nigerian. So we need to support the guy. Yes, doesn't mean if he does something wrong, I'm not gonna bash him for sure. I'm gonna bash him. He's gonna get smacked for me for sure. You know, the reason why I support Joshua is because Joshua, you know, I mean Joshua is different. Different, he's very respectful, very humble. I wish Deontay Water can be like that. Maybe I wish Deontay Water can allow the bronze bomber to go. The bronze bomber is what is holding Deontay Water back from being Deontay Water. We all, you know, like the bronze bomber. You know, you understand? Um. Oh, Heritage says, BBC, I see you want to naturalize him to be a Beanie boy. No, Deontay Water is from Ondo State. Bro, I'm not naturalizing anything. Deontay Water is like an African American that don't really know where exactly where he's from. You know, he's 32% Nigerian. So I don't know where it's from. He's not like Joshua who like he can trace him direct back to Nigeria and to his state and Chagamo and other stuff. It's different. But at the same time, I'm not trying to naturalize him, but the mindset he has a you know an Edo mindset, an Edo data mindset. Death is better than defeat. Only the great warrior Asoro said that. Only the great warrior Asoro in Nigeria. And Asoro is the only one in the whole Nigeria to have fought, and he single-handedly he single-handedly killed more than 15 British soldiers with his bare hand. He did that. No one Nigeria has ever done that. And I talk about invaders now. I'm talking about invaders during the war. So you see, no other warrior in Nigeria ever done that. Asoro did that alone. And also with his men, he held the invaders for 5 days. Invaders that had guns. He held it for 5 days. And also, he was not really a warrior. Like he was a hunter. He was not part of the army, the Benin Kingdom army. He was not part of the Benin Empire army. He was just a hunter and a brave man. But when war came, he became a monster. He took up arms and defended. So I wish Nigeria, we still have this. Look, and that's why you see me, I'm a patriotic Nigerian. Where are the patriotic Nigerians? Where are they? Where are they? In as much as we will say, oh, Deontay, what are this, Deontay, what are that, Deontay, what, at least the guy is patriotic, bro. The guy is patriotic. He value where he's from. How many Nigerian celebrities even talk about Nigeria right now? How many? How many? Just tell me how many. How many of the listen? If not for what Joshua is doing right now, even some celebrities in Nigeria or outside Nigeria are kind of wondering. They are wondering how is Anthony Joshua doing all those things he's doing. You know, Anthony Motayo says, bro, stop talking for him. I understand, but we must talk. I must talk for him because my brother is a Nigerian, the Niger boy B. So if I don't support Niger Peking, it go make me look bad. Everybody knows BBC. I always support Nigerian, fighters. Yes, people might say, "Oh, Deontay, what I said, you don't know where he come from because if he traces little ballad." But DNA test today, and his DNA test says he's 32% Nigerian, 50 something, 32%. Even Lin Wayne said, Lin Wayne, that guy even talks in a Nigeria now. You go check her now. All these are Nigerian braids, bro. And we need to reconnect them back. And also, I'm talking about Deontay because he will be going to Nigeria. This month. We are not in March now. We are not in March. 1st of March. Yeah. Yeah, 1st of March. Bro. Lose Whiskey says, are you really sure he wants to visit Nigeria? Of course he wants to. Of course. I've done my investigation. Deontay Wilder, I've been wanting to visit Nigeria for a long time. That's what I heard, according to what I've been told. I'm not in Deontay Wilder's mind, but what I heard was he has been wanting to visit Nigeria for a long time. He just didn't have the right connection and other stuff. But now that he's like big enough, is like now he's now influential. He's not an influential person now. People now know him. In fact, if possible, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua can never fight Nigeria. But right now, the fight between Joshua and Wilder, I don't see happening anytime soon. Because Deontay Wilder actually has nothing to offer anymore. The thing is that what Deontay Wilder said about Joshua is what actually makes some people angry. A lot of Nigerians are angry because he talks smack about Joshua, all those stuff. I understand. Make una forgive her. Now we're home. Deontay Wilder is part of us. He's a Niger blood. Niger. So I would just say more forgiveness. And also the thing is that it's hard because the IDBC fangirls they make it difficult for you to like Deontay Wilder. That's the NDBC. If Deontay Water goes to Nigeria, if Deontay Water goes to Nigeria, I hope he tries to stay clear away from the NDBC fangirls because they make it difficult to like Deontay Water because of how the NDBC fangirls always talk smack about Anthony Joshua. You know, talking smack about him. He's a fanger. He did all those people that talk about them being black and all this stuff, bro. Those people are not even like they are not fighting for what they think they are fighting for. They are fighting for their own ego, their own pocket, their own assets. They say they are fighting. They're just fighting for their own benefit because they want to have access to the water and all those stuff. They want access to it because they do have access to the underwater because they talk to the underwater, they call him, they write him, they test him, they make sure like he's all right and all those stuff. Because the underwater is a big name, and you know, Jason Mesa says Tyson Fury is a better a better technical boxer than Water, but Fury cheated just with his left glove. There's a footage of this in both fights. His left fist was down by the glove's wrist area. I talked about this yesterday that Fury might have cheated or so, but at the same time, I don't think Fury would do that though. I mean, who was the guy, keeping watch during the gloves section, during the gloves wrap section? When the guys are in the dressing room, wrapping the gloves, on people are always there to kind of keep watch. Who was there? We need to know who were there to see whether he cheated or not. Because those people, if they saw something that is unusual and they didn't speak about it, then they should be fired and of course fined. Do I think Tyson Fury cheated? I don't know. I cannot really say. Well, let me add my brother. Hello, hello. What did I? What? I think Olabide what happened? So anyway, we're back, I guess. So here's what it is. Let me read some. Louis Whiskey say, Bros, I really like you. BBC, you are one of my favorite. You are one of my most favorite channels. You are really a patriotic Nigerian. I love your passion. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. You have to be. You have to believe in something. You have to believe in something, or else you will just live like a normal. If you don't believe in anything, you just if listen. Anyone that does, and by the way, I want to show you guys something. Do you know that most people that watch my channel are mainly like let me see if I can show you guys something. Let me share it. Let me share it. Let me take this time to share it. Well, wanna wait. Make a check this. I'm gonna share it. Let me share this. Let me see if I can share this stuff for you guys. You guys can see. Bro, the people that watch my channel, you know, I'm oh bro, like I not feel loud now. Like it's crazy. Let me see. Don't worry, guys. Just hold on. Coming right now. Right back. Could definitely share this stuff. I want to share this stuff, bro. I want to share this stuff. Let me see. You guys should hold on though. Analytics. Let's go to the analytics. Audience. Look at let me show you guys something. I'm not gonna believe this kid though. Let me show you guys something, bros. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys this. You guys cannot believe it. You know, oh my god, oh my god. Now you see, this is of course my analytics. My audience, 93%, 93.4% are males. That are subscribed to the channel that watch what I say. But I'm going to the countries. You know, look at top countries: United Kingdom and Nigeria. I love in Japanese. You guys see Nigeria, you know, let's say 5 months back, it was the US, you know. You guys are seeing it right now. You guys are seeing it. Top countries: United Kingdom, Nigeria, US, Germany, Italy. These are the people, these are my audience, the most audience that I have. The majority, the first is from the UK, and second from Nigeria. You guys are amazing, brother. Well, not too much. I know back in, you know, let's say 7 months back, my top audience was the US, the UK, and Germany and some other places. I don't. Nigeria was like the last. Nigeria was like, okay, second to the last. You know, and all of a sudden the thing just rose up from from second to the last to second now. So it means what you guys are doing for this channel is just amazing. And you guys are, you're not too much, but not too much for that. Not too much. Not too much, that you're not too much. I phone her. My God, I was amazed when I saw this. YouTube sent me. They sent an email to me and saying that my audience, the country that watch my videos, I've now and the second people that watch my videos are from Nigeria. I was like, are they joking or what? Because I know that Nigeria used to be second to the last. It looks like a lot of Nigerians a lot of Nigerians have been recommending my videos to other Nigerians, so which makes it like perfect right now, man. I tell you, not too much, not too much. So you guys should make sure you share this video. And by the way, I have something to announce to you for you guys. You know, any of you guys now. Okay, now I want to show you guys something. I'm able to let me see if let me show you guys something. Okay, if you want to become a contributor to this channel, meaning you want to be part of BBC, you can, anywhere you are, you can upload a video on this channel. I need a pigeon journalist in some pidgin English, because I cannot be doing the English part and the pidgin part alone. So I need someone who can speak. Of course, I know all of Nigerian pidgin, so someone who can report boxing in pidgin, and I need someone that can report boxing in Yoruba as well, and some I can make five people, five people to be moderators of this channel, meaning I can give them access to some certain functions of this channel, whereby they can upload video on this channel. And because only my opinion will make some, I know, I own the channel or other stuff, and people subscribe because they hear my opinion, but at the same time, I would love this channel to be, I would like to diversify this channel in a sense that, people can hear people can hear boxing reports in their familiar languages, in languages they are familiar in, uh so you guys, let me hey Ty, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, bro. I'm just showing my Nigerian guys, our brothers. I'm showing them that they are the second people that watch my channel, that are subscribed to my channel, and of course, watch the videos that I upload and other stuff. First, people from the UK. Second, them. Third, USA. Fourth, Germany. Fifth, Italy. It's crazy. Even Italians, they subscribe to each other. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, much appreciated, man. It's good to get support.
And now I'm gonna show you. I was talking about the Underwater and Asoro, the similarities,
Right.
of his statement saying that death is better than defeat. You
Mhm.
know, if you know who the great warrior Asoro is, you will know that when Deontay Water said that, I was very, very touched by that.
Mhm.
I was touched to the point where, I felt, because when I was growing up, my granddad told me about Asoro the Great, how he single-handedly held the invaders back for 5 days with just an arrow and of course a sword, why the invaders had guns, ammunition, and everything, but he had only sword and arrows. He was able to head them by any. And also,
Right.
bro, can you? I'm muting myself. Can you like mute it? I don't know. Load the stuff. Can you hear me now? Hello. Okay, we're back. Let me read the comment right from here. Let me check out the comment. So anybody that wants to be a moderator, and wants to have access to, wants to be a contributor to this channel, you want to report boxing as well. I need someone to report boxing in Pidgin for this channel. Passionate
Yeah,
about
they
it,
got to be serious about it.
just like how I have been. If I wasn't passionate about it, I think the channel would have been dead by now. Because if I show you guys so many channels when I was coming up, so many channels that was like they had about 1,000 subscribers. I had only five, or five. Only I think Spot Icons. If you guys know who Spot Icons is, he's actually the first. He's actually the fourth person to subscribe to my channel. Me and Spot Icons, we used to definitely talk. I love what Spot Icons is doing for bridge boxing, and how passionate he is as well. So I was because I'm a passionate guy and because I love boxing, I was able to make this work. And if you want to become a moderator to this channel, it means you want to become. If I have to give you the access of uploading, editing videos, and all this stuff, you know, you have to be passionate about it, and you can from this channel grow. If people like your take on boxing and they like, or some, you can also talk about some other things. It could be news or other stuff, because I cannot cover everything alone. So you can as well. You can
They,
from
they, they,
there.
they got to know what they're talking about too.
Yeah. You have to know what you're talking about. then you can people can from there go. You can from there grow your platform as well. From here, you can from here grow your platform as well. Through reporting here, you can then people can if people like your take on the stuff that they are hearing, on the topics that they're hearing or they're listening to, they can go subscribe to you and say, oh, this guy, so it's just 5 people. So you guys, those of you guys who wants to, you know, uh, be a moderator to this channel, wait, let me write me on Instagram. Write me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center. Write me on Instagram. Write me on Instagram. Let me see what. I will then interview you guys and talk to you guys and see how much you know of what you want to talk about, because it's very important that you know what you're talking about. So let's talk about the great Asoro and the mentality and the reincarnation of Deontay Water. I think Deontay Water is the reincarnation of the warrior Asoro. I think so. His mentality is the water mentality that he has. I'm amazed by it, though. I must tell you, bro. So your take on Deontay Water, brother.
Well, Deontay Wilder, you have to.
And of course, it's coming to the guy is coming to Nigeria. Like, it's going to Nigeria, bro. Like, I know, I understand Nigerians are not happy.
Well, you got to understand. This is Wilder's first time in Nigeria, and believe Nigeria has a champion, which is Anthony Joshua, and Wilder hasn't supported that his brother. I would say he's been talking bad mouthing, so it would take a while for the people to actually get used to Wilder and back him up. Some people will like him. Some people will be like, no, he's like, for me, for instance, he hasn't supported AJ. So I'm really not a big fan of his, but I'm supporting him because, he's going to Nigeria. He's going all over parts of Africa. So that means he's going to really bring attention to that place where he's at, just like Anthony Joshua is doing. So I'm supporting him on that. I respect him on what he's doing on that one. So you can see where it's coming from, where it's going to take a while for people to get used to him. But I wish him the best, because he seems like a genuine guy, and he is definitely a warrior. And I wish him that everything that he do and he does great. And also want him to really learn about his culture, not to just be there and just go back to America and just forget about it. He has to really learn about it, just like Anthony Joshua is learning about it. And he can't just badmouth Anthony Joshua. He really has to be there and be a warrior and show his true champion like Anthony Joshua is doing. Anthony Joshua is not a guy that will badmouth him. When he took that loss, Anthony Joshua posted he is a warrior to both of them. That is a character of a champion. That is a mindset of a champion. So Deontay Wilder has to have the same mentality. I know he's a lively guy. He has a very lively character, but at the same time he has to be smart, and he has to show his warrior mentality. So that's what I'm guessing. That's how the people are feeling. And I say to the people, give him a chance and hear him out. If he supports us, we must support him too, because we need to really grow and we need to show out as a nation.
That's very good. That was very good. By the way, let me show you guys this. Let me show you guys. Now, okay, you see right now, I'll be the one giving you guys permission. Of course, I have the option to add moderators to this channel, and to give them access, you guys. So you guys should contact me via Instagram. I want to know if you know what you're talking about. So this is how I'm gonna add you. Put your email. I will put your email here when it's Then the access could be, editor. You can edit anything on the channel, add or remove others, delete videos, or the channel. leave videos of the channel. Which I will give. I know I'll give you that. I will not give you that permission if I don't know you to delete the channel, because I know some of you guys. You know,
Yeah, you got to be careful on that one. You know.
yeah, bro. Like, I'm gonna give you guys some permission, but not that deleting of the stuff, bro. Not the other channel. Yeah, I have to know you. Um, as a manager, you can add and remove orders and edit everything. Can delete channel for sure. But I give you that. So when it's time, I will definitely get it on. But you guys should allow me. Let me see what I know what to talk about. So, continue, bro. Like Deontay Water right now. You know, hello, you there, bro?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here. I just wanted to mute it so you finish talking now. You know.
okay. Deontay Water right now. Um, what do you think Deontay Water should do with the LDBC fangers? We like Deontay Water here. We respect the guy. We think he's a great guy. I wasn't happy to see him. Okay, I was happy to see him lose because of the smack he talked about Joshua. But at the same time, the guy had to go back to watch some of his videos. You know, he wasn't really uh a lot more like he wasn't really a lot more like that. Proud to. I mean, I don't want to say something that might offend some people right here, but Deontay Water was very different back in the days, bro. He was very humble. Until this ADBC guys came along and started, they all started to stop, bro. What do you think about that, bro?
Well, I'm not a big fan of theirs. I never even listened to. I think I listened to their channel once, and I really heard some really racist stuff on there, and some stuff that had nothing to do with boxing, and that right there was just a no for me. You know, um, I'm Nigerian. You know, so that kind of a talk, you know, starting. There's certain talks that talk that it should not have, it should not be uh, with boxing, you know. And I don't know how much Deontay Wilder knows of the LDBC or whatever, whoever they are. I don't know if he's with them. I believe he should just separate himself from that group entirely, you know, and be himself. You know, he wants to be a leader per se. You know, letting people know doing the right thing is the right way. You know, being a leader when wrong things are out there, he should be the guy to stand up. You know, for instance, I questioned his mentality when his coach Mark Breland threw in the towel and he said he wanted to go out on his shield. I do not want him to die in the ring. You know, um, he has to learn. These fighters need to learn what it means to fight another day because they all made fun. LDBC, Anthony Wilder, they all made fun of Anthony Joshua. Let's be straight up honest. They all made fun of Anthony Joshua, and all the hate that Wilder is getting. He needs to just take it in, you know, because now he knows what AJ was going on, or what AJ was feeling. You know, AJ did not. Speak out the words "I quit." AJ did not speak out the words "I give up" to the ref. The ref was the person who waved it off. So I want everybody or the LDBC to tell me how Anthony Joshua quit when he didn't speak out those words. His trainer didn't throw in the towel. You know. So where did he come out and say he quit? You know. So that's where it comes from, to where people are kind of mad about to Wilder, and Wilder's getting all those that much hate. So they got to understand now what it means to fight another day. You know, so people want to hate and Sean Joshua because of that. You can't do that. because the guy's alive and he's living to fight another day, and Deontay Wilder's alive to fight another day. You know, and the LDBC they made fun of AJ for that, and they look at what where Wilder is right now. So half of them weren't even on their site when Wilder lost. You know, some of them were still going through the loss or the grief of Wilder losing, just as much as we were when Anthony Joshua lost. So they got now. Really hope they all understand, which I think some of them understand now, and some of them are still stupid and they don't understand, and they're just those guys are really hurting the sport, and and I can tell you that not a lot of people take kindly to those kind of to that kind of platform, and the ones that understand is that what boxing really means, they gotta those are the people that really keep the sport alive, and boxing will continue to grow.
Bro, we have someone new. Lucky. Lucky. What to be your name, brother? Hello, are you there, Lucky? Oh, 1 minute.
Yeah,
Hello? Yeah, yeah, yeah. How you doing? Hello?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, Edo State to be precise.
Okay, you're from Edo State. Let me say
Yeah.
you're from the same state like me.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Deontay Water? He of course is going to be, visiting Nigeria this month. We're just today is a 5th of March. What do you think about
Yeah.
Deontay Water and his loss to Tyson Fury, bro?
Yeah. Deontay Wilder is a great person, but you know, we Nigerians, the reason why, like, as a boxer, we love the guy. Like, he can box. No, he can box, but he got that power. That one shot power, and he has been doing his thing. But the reason why most Nigeria don't like him is the way he attacks Joshua.
Well, you
And
don't say most. You don't say more. You can say some. You don't just say
yeah,
most.
yeah, yeah. Some. You
Yeah,
know,
because I myself, listen, I'm telling you guys right now. I'm telling you guys right now. I myself, everybody knows BBC. They say this guy don't like water. He's a hater of water. I don't hate the guy. Like I've been following the guy for many years. I think right from back the first time I started like getting having interest in Deontay Waters' career was back in 2013. I remember seeing him, in an interview, and he was very calm, collective, and he was smiling, and he was.
yeah,
I said, "This guy is good," but I don't know. This bronze bomber character came. I mean, this bronze bomber character when he started developing that bronze bomber character, everything changed. And also, you see, of course, these fungus, the DBC guys, they just made things worse,
yeah,
and also him talking smack about Joshua because him and Joshua
yeah.
they used to follow each other on Instagram. They used to talk. They used to write. They used to communicate.
True.
So I don't know what just happened. Maybe the Water meant it in a business way because he wanted to get paid as much as possible. Maybe that's why. Continue, but let me know they interrupt. Continue, brother. People are listening.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because they're from this different promoters. Like, the promoters are kind of like, um, you know, they're not really cool with each other. So I think maybe that's the reason. But aside from that, Deontay Wilder is a nice guy, and I believe if he go back to the drawing board and change some things about himself and work very hard, he might come back. It's very possible. Like, yeah, he might come back and be at the top of his game. But one thing I would like to say about the last fight is that it was very clear Deontay Wilder was really out of his shit. Like, Tyson was really getting into him. They, as in, seriously, and the coach stopping the fight was a very good thing for him. I don't know the reason why he sacked him, and although I heard he has, call him back. Like, the man really helped him to make sure is able to come back and fight another day, because if they had left him inside that ring, man, yeah, it would have been something else, So and him coming to Africa, because I watched an interview he had, like a face to face off with Fury in the first fight, when he was like about your God, the war is about my God and your God. He was like, he told Fury, I'm more Nigerian, I have that Nigerian in me, so I believe in my ancestral power, all this stuff, and Fury was like, whoa, if you're talking about God, you mentioning this, you mentioning this alone, I've defeated you already. That was in the first fight. And the second fight, people were saying the reason why Fury defeated Deontay Wilder was because he brought in the God stuff, my ancestor and your God, this and that. But I don't believe that's the reason why the fight went that way. We shouldn't bring God in cases like this, because I don't think God is even interested in boxing. So yeah, what happened, but I don't think maybe it's because of the way he boasts about his ancestors, like, you know, him being from Africa and precisely Nigeria, because he used to say, even in the last interview, the face-off interview he had, he mentioned it, like he said, he's more Nigerian, so he believed the power of his ancestors and all that. But seriously, I don't think that's the reason why he got defeated. The truth is, Fury was just at the top of his game on that night, and nobody really know what happened to uh, Deontay Wilder for putting up that kind of performance. And him blaming his costume, is something else. Those excuses, they are not really, really good. But well, I just pray he comes back. He comes back. That's just a prayer, and he changed, like, not just come back, but try to change some things about himself. Be that calm, good, and humble guy. Walk towards getting your belt back, and not just putting up some shows just for your fans and some other people to be hailing you here and there. You understand? So that's all what I see about the last fight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when did you when did you start? When was the time you realized you love boxing?
Well, the truth is, when I started watching your channel, it was your channel I started watching. Then I really, really, really like, this boxing stuff really caught me, and I'm like, every time I just turn up the notification bell whenever you post. Most times I'm always the first view person to view your post. No, I just
Uh,
got that stuff, and I started watching a lot of interviews and all that, most especially yours.
Thanks, brother.
So that's
I
yeah.
like it. I'm happy to hear that. Nigerians are very supportive, although not all, but at least
True.
majority of you guys of us are supportive, and it's nice to see that you guys, you support the channel. By the way, John Tawada just posted something on, of course, in the Twitter and Instagram page. Let me show you. There's a video right here. An
Okay.
African giant. This guy. You see, let's see, let's take a look at it right here, man. I'll tell you what, this guy need. Yeah, let me share with you guys. Jota dressed in many African costume, like royal costume and warrior. Bro, Deontay Wilder's trip to Africa is gonna be lit, but I tell you,
Yeah, that I believe.
it's gonna be lit, bro. Just look at how Deontay Wilder, that guy na character. I don't
Like,
lie you.
he's really, really serious about this African stuff,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
eating
yeah.
up.
But I wonder
Yeah.
what I think it's nice to see Deontay Wilder. Is that really the Wilder do this though? It's nice to see the guy do this. Ty, you there, Ty? Ty, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I just had it muted. What's up?
So, do you think Deontay Wilder can come back from this defeat? You
Yes,
saw
of
you
course.
you saw the video that you saw the video, right?
Yeah, I saw the video.
You think
I
he can come back from defeat?
Yeah, absolutely. He just has things that he has to realize. He has to be. Hopefully, he humbles. He has to be humbled in defeat and accept it. That defeat comes a great warrior. You know, going to Africa, he needs to really soak in the everything around him. When I mean soak in, he really needs to feel everything as soon as he gets off that plane, so he can feel. So when he comes back, what he soaked in from wherever he landed, that what he brings back to him could be everything that he needed. Breathing in the air, speaking to who he needs to speak to, the elders around there, because when you speak to an elder around there that has been there for such a long time, they empower you with so much wisdom that you feel like when you come back you are blessed. you know so when he comes back as a blessed man and as a different man, as a humbled man, he needs to understand that he will be a very dangerous fighter. You know, and that's when he could redeem himself. If he doesn't understand these things, man, it's back to square one. You know, being revitalized, going back will unleash such a different person in him. He will have that eye of that tiger. A better training, more focus. Just having that will, the warrior way to learn, to want to learn everything that he needs to become a champion will be put in front of him. It all depends on Deontay Wilder and who is around him. That's it.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Let me go to Lucky.
Yeah, like Charles said,
Okay,
yeah,
continue.
it's not just about going to Africa, Yeah, you need to know your wrongs. You need to know what you did wrong in the last fight. And you going to Africa, you really need those blessings, that's gonna get from the elders, like Tao said. And knowing the reason why you're going to Africa is very, very important. Not just going there for like a vacation or just to tour around. No, you're going there for a reason to revitalize yourself. And when you get to Africa, there are some lessons you need to learn. The humility and everything. It's the culture of Africa. As in, humility is very, very important, and also you know taking, like you said, taking your defeats, as in taking the fact that yes, you lose, take it as a man, and know your wrongs. Just like Joshua, when Joshua lose, there wasn't any excuses when there were even um excuses for him to make, like I wasn't really good, and this he never made any. It was just like the better man, the better fighter won, this and that. I'm just going to go back to training, um right my wrongs, this and that. That's what he needs to do. And he should just forget about these excuses. Like he said, he need the right people in his camp. He need the right people in his camp for him to be focused, and just forget about what has happened. Yes, you were beaten by Fury, and you need to know, like, watch that match, as in the fight. Watch the fight again. What you did wrong, or what you did right, what you need to put into correction, and all this stuff. I believe when it comes to Africa, with the blessings and everything, and having the right mindset, going back to the United States, work on its character, training, and like now Tyson Fury is a whole kind is a different person. Like the way he used to fight before has improved. Now him being with the Kronk, our trainer, like he has a different style of fighting now. He can box, yes, but now he has gotten something new. He's learned something new, and he's working on it, working to even improve more on it. This is the first time with of him being with the Kronk trainer, and you can see the performance he puts on. How much more when you spend more time with him, this guy is only just going to improve more. So you need to do something like that, go back and train hard, know what to, don't just depend on your, power punch. These, no, that shouldn't be what you should depend on. At least know how to throw your jabs, at least he tried this last fight. He really let go of his jab, other than his previous fights. You understand? So I believe with everything, him coming to Africa, the blessings he's going to get from elders, and him working on himself, humility. He needs to humble himself. I believe with all that, he just might get back his belt. I just believe so. Wilder is a very dangerous person. Just the right hand, you're gone. Yeah, Fury escaped the first one in the first fight against Wilder, but you never can tell. Anything can happen. A lot of people are just writing Wilder off, but they've forgotten that this man is a very dangerous man when it comes to boxing, man. His right hand is something else. So that's it. I believe if he works on himself, and having the right team with him, he can come back. I
So,
believe so.
guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure you like the video, subscribe. There's a boxing match tonight, and of course, the event is going to
Yeah,
start very soon.
very, very
So,
soon.
I'll definitely be watching it and, of course, reacting to it as well. So, you guys just stay tuned. But I want to say though, like, if John Tawara beats Tyson Fury, if is a big if, because Fury is not a joke. There's a much
Yeah,
better boxer than Water. There's a big
yeah,
if there, because Water cannot really punch. Like he cannot really, like he can punch. He has got a punch, but it's just like
yeah,
a guy that has only one tools in his arsenal to, execute a plan. He doesn't have plan B. When plan A doesn't work, he doesn't have plan C. So unlike Joshua, who has these things in his arsenal, there's different, tools, so that in case if plan A doesn't work, he would then implement plan B or plan C. So like if Deontay Water beats, because the big if he beats Tyson Fury in the trilogy bout, what do you think happens?
um I believe, if, just like you said, a very big if, it happens that way, you know, I don't think Deontay Wilder would give Joshua a shot. Like, I think he would still keep on docking him, like, seriously. And a lot of fight fans want to see that undisputed fight, unifying the belts. And that's one thing Deontay Wilder wouldn't want to do it. Even the next AJ fight coming up, he will be even praying that AJ gets to lose that fight and all that. But the thing is, one thing I'm sure of is, if it were to be AJ and Deontay Wilder in that ring, man, it would be something. He knows that AJ has, skill to put him down. That's why he has been doing all this talking for years. So I don't know. A lot of people praise that he lose the fight because they want to see that fight, that unification fight between AJ and Fury. Because they know if Deontay Wilder gets to win, it's still going to be a long run. It might not even happen, provided Deontay Wilder is still the WBC heavyweight. So I don't know. That's just it.
Okay, good guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be right back. For those of you guys who are going to be watching boxing tonight, I hope you guys stay tuned. Of course, we're giving you nothing but bangers. So for those of you guys who want to be part of if you want to become a contributor and a moderator to this channel, and because I cannot do, I want to report boxing in different ways, maybe in different languages. I think pidgin would be nice. you know, I'll try to look for somebody with a report on for pidgin, exclusive, because I mainly do mine in English. So I want to have more people, to talk about boxing in different languages. Be nice. So stay blessed, young Stumble. I'll be right back very soon. Cheers, guys.